Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I greatly appreciate all you guys coming out. As you can see in the background, we are running some Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gameplay. It's really the best thing I could find for this video. I don't own Cold War or anything on my PC, so this is kind of the best that I could do and still have a decent background gameplay. Like, I have bo3 zombies, but I'm just gonna explain what my zombies experience is so that we can get into the video and it gives it a little more context as to where I stand. First off, thank you guys so much for the recent support on all the videos. It means a lot to me. Support's been crazy. It's helped me out a lot. Got a webcam, got a new desk. We're cooking. That's all I'm gonna say is we're cooking. So with my experience with zombies, I have been playing zombies casually, like on and off, since Black Ops 1. The zombies I probably put the most time into is either Black Ops 4 or Cold War, but I have put a substantial amount of time into Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombies as well. So just a little context as to my experience. I am not a hardcore player whatsoever. The earlier iterations of zombies, I am going to admit right off the bat, I blow ass at. It's one of the reasons I like Cold War a little more than most of those. Obviously, Black Ops 3 Zombies is at the top, like most others. Then I'd probably put Black Ops 1 Zombies after that, just for nostalgic purposes, and I'm not gonna act like it's anything for any other reason. And I'd probably put Cold War behind that, and Black Ops 4 behind that. I know you guys in the comments are gonna go crazy, like, oh, he didn't say Black Ops 2. Well, Black Ops 2, I'm not gonna discredit Black Ops 2 in any way. It was a decently good game. But at the time of when Black Ops 2 came out, I did play a decent amount of it, but I just didn't really like it that much when it came out. That's probably because I was not really that good at it, so it's a skill issue, honestly. But that's how my rankings kind of stand. So, on to the actual topic. What's been going on with Black Ops 6 Zombies lately? A lot, actually. So first off, a couple months back, we got the Terminus look and the Terminus gameplay, the Terminus trailer. I wasn't uploading YouTube videos then. If I was, I 100% would have made a reaction video to that. Even still, I'm half tempted to do it, but it wouldn't really get any views because that's kind of old. And it comes out in like a week, 2 weeks. So no point in really reacting to that. But at first we got the Zombies Terminus trailer. I thought that trailer was sick. It was great. I was really, really hyped. Which still am, personally. But that trailer got me really, really hyped for anything and everything that came through. And then the multiplayer beta came through. Loved the game. Felt really nice. I can't say there was a moment in the game other than the moments of packet bursts that I really disliked the game whatsoever. You can call me a meat rider or a shill or whatever the hell you want to call me. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a solid game, and the only real thing that I saw as a problem was the packet burst and maybe the spawns if you're pushing it. But in terms of the gameplay, felt good. I did not use the Jackal, like, at all. For those who know the Jackal, I did not use it really at all. I mostly just used pistols. But anyway, getting off topic. I'm gonna go get off the Zombies multiplayer beta topic. And then after the multiplayer, no wait, it was before the multiplayer beta, we got to look at Liberty Falls. And Liberty Falls, for better or for worse, looked like absolute trash when we got to see it. Like, I didn't have too awful big of a problem with it, but I will admit that it did look not good at all. Like, I'm a casual player. I care about looks and feel, and it just was not hitting the mark in terms of looks. Like, I could deal with it, but it was not hitting it was not hitting that right spot. It didn't seem really like zombies at all, except unless you went into the Pack-a-Punch room. It was all bright and sunny out, and it just looked really bland. I know a lot of people are comparing it to Warzone, which I don't really see all that now. But in terms of the atmosphere, it's all sunny and stuff, and it's just not personally what I like to see for a zombies game. And then after that, we got the beta. And here recently, with the Call of Duty podcast, they have revealed that they are changing up the atmosphere and HUD of Liberty Falls, which is a great thing, mind you. There's nothing negative whatsoever about it. It is honestly fantastic that they're listening to the community. And what they also stated in that podcast was that the version of Liberty Falls that we actually got to see was a work in progress and wasn't ready yet, which I kind of thought to myself anyways. That's usually the case. Usually if somebody's going to see something early, it's not finished yet. And it's obvious when you look at the differences between Terminus and Liberty Falls which map they put more time into. Because Liberty Falls is supposed to be the more casual, laid-back, just kind of map for shooting zombies. And Terminus is going to be for that hardcore Easter egg hunter, speedrunner, stuff like that. Like, there is a main quest in Liberty Falls, but I guarantee it's going to be nothing compared to Terminus. And in terms of Easter eggs, I might attempt some of them, but I probably will not do them. Just because that's not the kind of thing I hop in zombies to enjoy. Mostly I'll probably be camo grinding or playing zombies with a buddy. Like, I'm not too big of an Easter egg guy. I've done a couple Easter eggs in my day. Like, I've done some of the Black Ops 4 Easter eggs and boss fights. I did some of the Cold War Easter eggs and boss fights. And I was a stupid kid when Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 were around, so I didn't do really any of those Easter eggs. I got to Black Ops 3 really, really late in terms of Call of Duty games because of a family situation at the time. I didn't grow up with really the most financially stable family, so there were points in time where I didn't really get to play any games at all. So take my words with a grain of salt if you think that discredits my opinions or theories in any way. But they're changing all that up. So let's talk about what I like about Black Ops 6. So one thing, I like how they're listening to the community and changing up the HUD and fixing the atmosphere of Liberty Falls. That's a good thing. Like, I didn't really like the look of Liberty Falls. I would have probably played it anyways, but I was not liking it at all. And when they announced that they were going to be fixing it, the majority of the zombies community was pretty happy, which we'll get into the zombies community a little later. Trust me, we're gonna have a whole talk about them. But good all the way around. I have very few negative things to say about Black Ops 6 from what I've seen and my personal experience. So I'm just gonna hit a hot topic right now because certain people in the zombies community, the community's really split right now, but we're not Okay, I'm just gonna leave that until we get into the community stuff. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. So, continuing on what's good. Gunplay feels great. Terminus looks beautiful. I probably will play that map less because I'm less of a hardcore like Easter egg guy, but I will definitely put a lot of time into both modes. I do plan, just as a heads up for future videos and stuff, I do plan on trying to get the multiplayer camos and the zombie camos. I do not think you will ever catch me playing Warzone. I do not like Warzone whatsoever. So, there's that. Like most zombies players, I cannot stand Warzone at all. I do not like it. I've played it a little bit, and it's just, for lack of a better word, Warzone is a complete shit show. It's essentially cheaters and sweats around every corner, and it's really impossible to actually enjoy yourself. That's how it is for me anyways. If you guys enjoy that, be my guest. But I am not the type of person who enjoys Warzone. I got burnt out of Battle Royales a long time ago. I used to play Fortnite and Apex Legends really, like, almost religiously. I would play those games for hours and hours a day, but I don't do that anymore. I mostly play Call of Duty and here recently Sparking Zero. Not too great at Sparking Zero, but I do alright. So, in terms of Call of Duty games, I think Black Ops 6 is going to be the best Call of Duty game we've gotten, at least since Cold War, if not since Black Ops 4. And I'm sorry, but nobody will get me to say that Black Ops 4 was not the one that I had the most fun on. You cannot get it to happen. But that's also because Black Ops 4 happened at a time in my life where I was starting to become more financially stable in my family sector. I was still a kid at this point. I was still, let's see, in 2018, I will have been 15, 16. But I played Black Ops 4 quite a bit. And honestly, the reason that I love Black Ops 4 so much really is kind of nostalgia. Sitting there as a kid in split screen with my little brother. Some of the most fond times of my life at that point. So yeah, just some context on why I like Black Ops 4 so much. But yeah, this is going to be a great year, if you ask me. I think anyways. It depends on how they handle bug fixes and the after launch support. But from after launch support, from what we're looking at right now, it's going to be looking pretty good. Because mostly, so they've already announced that we're going to be getting a third zombies map close after release, so like a month or so after release, which is great. I hope it's a good map, but that shows that they're really taking priority into the post-launch updates and things of that sort. I'm hoping to see a few weapons, in particular, at least a 1911 or some other kind of pistol variant. I would really like to see an M9, but I really don't think that's going to happen. The M9 is my favorite pistol ever, but I don't think it's actually going to show up in this game. It'd be great if it did, but we will see on that one. Okay, so we're going to talk about the bad now, because I've been kind of glazing Call of Duty for the past 10-15 minutes. What's bad? Server connection issues in Modern Warfare 3 is terrible. In the beta was pretty bad. In the second weekend it was better. And they said they have been working on it like pretty regularly. So hopefully we'll see something good on that end. The spawns need work, which they have also stated that they're working on. most of my gripes really are things that they have said that they are working on. So, W to Call of Duty here. The cheater problem, reverse booster problem, I mean, I could honestly give less of a shit as long as they're not in my games, but it is still a problem, which I'm not going to give Call of Duty too much crap on that, because while Ricochet isn't the best anti-cheat, for being a less intrusive system, it is a good anti-cheat. It's just the fact of the matter that no matter what anti-cheat you use, the cheat manufacturers are going to find a way to get around it. That's just how it is at the end of the day. There's always going to be cheaters. Just like there's always going to be sweat lords, there's always going to be cheaters. The two come hand in hand. So that's really all I have to say that's bad. I mean, I don't really have much in my mind that's really that bad. I'm super hyped for Black Ops 6. And let's end that one there and get into, oh boy, let's get into the community. Jesus, man. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole or nothing, but you guys, the zombies community needs to calm the hell down. It is so divided right now, it's not even funny. Because you have the hardcore OG players that are essentially saying, if it's not Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3, I don't want it and it's automatically bad. And then you have the new gen players that are like, hey, shut the hell up, I don't care about that game because it was 10, 15 years ago. Get with the times, old head. I mean, like, you guys need to find some common ground or something. Because I know Zombies has changed more for the casual player, but to be fair, think about the situation that Call of Duty's in for a second. Call of Duty makes millions and millions of dollars probably a week, if not a day, off of its casual players. The hardcore players, as much as I hate to say it, are the vast minority of the population. To put this into context, the amount of players that actually do Easter eggs is less than 30%. I might even go as far as to say it's less than 20%. Most players do not care and don't even attempt to do the Easter eggs. Me personally, I probably would be considered one of those people because I don't really do Easter eggs that often. But I have completed a few in my day. But you gotta think for a second. Who is bringing in the money for Call of Duty? It's the casuals and it's the Warzone players. That's what's bringing in the money. And at the end of the day, Call of Duty is going to lean more towards where the money's coming from. Because let's be fair here. The gaming market has changed so much that it's not about the games anymore. It's about the money, which, to be fair, companies solely exist to make money, so I get it. And I'm not saying this is right. I highly disagree with it myself, but that's just how the gaming market is these days. The gaming will never get another Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 experience because those games were of a different time period. Now everybody and their mom is playing video games. That means more people are spending money. Therefore, you have to, I'm not going to say pander, but you have to lean more towards the majority players. Whereas back in the day, it was more niche, and every player, for the most part, would be considered hardcore compared to most players today. We're going to get on another topic that the community's really having a problem with. That's going to be the dispute with the loadout system. Now, I am going to explain a couple reasons why the loadout system is bad, and a couple reasons why I think the loadout system is necessary. First one being, I'm going to start with why I appreciate and think that the loadout system is necessary. First off, as soon as they put in a dedicated mastery camo grind, the loadout system really had to exist at that point. Because imagine this for a second. You start with a 1911, right? Start with a 1911, and you are trying to get camos for, let's say, a shotgun. But that shotgun isn't on the wall, and you'd have to spin a box. You could potentially spin a box hundreds of times and not get that shotgun. That slows camo progress down way too much for it to really be viable. Like, I know you more hardcore guys that watch this are gonna be like, oh, well, you shouldn't be playing zombies for the camo anyways. No, if there's a camo in zombies, I'm gonna go for it, just like if there's a camo in multiplayer, I'm gonna go for it. At that point, you're just making excuses to be mad. I know a lot of people say it got really easy. Well, if it's too easy for you, then make the game harder on yourself, man. I mean, I'm not gonna be that person that says, oh, it's the same thing, just start with a pistol, because I know for a fact it is not the same thing. The power progression has changed vastly. If you want the game to be harder, you kind of have to make it harder on yourself by doing challenges and stuff like that. Like, not in-game challenges, but like, for example, get to round 50 only using pistols, which is viable these days, which I know that's another reason I appreciate the loadout system, is because it made every weapon somewhat viable. There are still weapons a lot stronger than others, but it made every weapon usable, which, I'm gonna be fair with you, in the old Zombies games was not the case. You could get an SMG or a pistol from the box and it be complete dog shit even when it's fully upgraded. And that, while that is how they classically did it, what if your favorite gun just so happens to be that bad gun that even fully upgraded can't do anything? You just don't use your favorite gun. And I know there's the argument, well, everybody's just going to start with the strongest gun. Well, if somebody wants to start with the strongest gun, that's their business. At that point, it comes down to mind your own damn business. So now we're going to talk about why it's bad. Like I said, the power curve has exponentially changed to the point where you are relatively powerful at the beginning, which is, I mean, depends on how you look at it from a casual standpoint. If you want to just shoot zombies or grind camos, it's great. And even from a hardcore standpoint, if you want to go for the Easter eggs in the boss fights, it's a really good thing. But the problem comes in when one side of the community loves it and the other side hates it because the other side wants it to be a lot harder. You gotta take into consideration, guys. Most zombies players in the earlier Call of Duty games didn't even break round 10. You guys are the vast minority of skilled zombies players, so you have to give the casual normal player some leeway here. Getting past round 20 in old zombies would be considered significantly above the average player. I myself have barely ever done it. I know you can say, oh, he's trash, his opinion's invalid, but you guys gotta take into consideration, in the old Zombies games, if you did not have a min-maxed setup by round 20, you were gonna get swarmed or double hit and you were going to die. If you did not do the exact steps that you needed to do to have the most optimal loadout possible. I'm gonna get off that subject because it's taken too long and there ain't much left of this video. So, you guys just, the zombies community just needs to calm the hell down. You guys are getting way, way too against each other. Just let everybody have fun, man. Like, you're gonna sit there and complain and attack each other for liking a game one way or liking the game the other way. Just let each other have fun, man. What somebody else does is really none of your damn business, so just leave them alone. If somebody wants to sit there and grind out Easter eggs and speed runs and stuff like that, let them. That's fine. If somebody wants to just walk around and shoot zombies, let them. That's fine. Both sides of the community are equally valid. But on that note, I'm going to talk about what I'm hopeful for with zombies and with Black Ops 6 in general. So, like I already said, M9 Beretta, favorite gun ever. I would love to see it there. Another shotgun, because as of now, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has one shotgun. So another shotgun would be great. Another LMG would be great. Just more weapon variety, honestly. Because all the weapons, while they do feel unique, like the only weapons that have like multiple weapons in their category is really mostly ARs and SMGs. Snipers have 2, shotguns have 1, pistols have 2, melees have 1. There's just not much variety when it comes to weapons. There's not that many weapons right now. Which, to be fair, we are getting off of a year of that we have 100 or so weapons. I'm not sure exactly how much it wound up being. But we had a lot of weapons this year. So maybe that's what's blinding me. I'm not sure. But it just doesn't feel like there's that many weapons. What else I'm hopeful for? I am very hopeful for some good future maps in zombies and with multiplayer. Would be great to get great maps for those two. Yes, weapons and maps are the two really big ones. If there is any like movement exploits at the beginning of Black Ops 6, I would love for them to get it fixed like as quickly as possible. Because, man, even in the beta, there were some players playing like they had been sitting there for a month or two with that Omni movement. I know all you guys know what I'm talking about. But on that note, I appreciate everybody coming out. A like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.